Hello, everybody. Hello. Well, apologies for being late yet again. I got distracted, and I know I was gonna be about starting about half past, but I was late. But I definitely think it wasn't really a good thing. But yes, it's just one of those things that these things happen. But give me a second. Right. Okay. So we're all ready to rock and roll now. Hooray! So who is joining us? Hi Jess, hi DK, how are you both? I think it's going to be a really bit of a quiet one today, just because I was supposed to be uploading a video, but I didn't really get the chance to really. But I think it's because that I haven't had a break since Christmas, so I just thought rather than doing a video, I thought I would just do a quick live stream instead, and just to catch up on how everyone's doing, just have a little bit of a chat for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then after that, I've got to get going because I've got to do some recording. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say hello, happy Christmas to everyone, and just have a little chit chat about how everyone's Christmas went and what we're doing in the new year. And I think there's more people coming in. DK said, still at work on my Titanic model. Nice. I've been seeing your pictures on there, DK, on Discord. That are they looking really good. I haven't really seen the whole pictures yet, but I know I've seen the rudder and the propellers. So that is quite promising. Historic ships and a Merry Christmas to you. How are you? Yeah, my Christmas has been good, thanks. What have you been up to this Christmas? Jess also says, have you seen Sam's Britannic and Olympic video? Yes, I have. And oh boy, it was fun. But to be fair, this is not the first video that Brightside has actually covered on the Olympic and the Britannic. But it's definitely think that Brightside, they have the opportunity to, or what's the words I'm looking for? They always like to take advantage to get facts wrong by repeating videos each time. And that's something that I have come across with that before. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. And yeah, it was no big surprise, but Sam's reactions was pretty good to say, definitely. Cousin Alex, hello, Merry Christmas. I got a new PC, but and I'm afraid I'm not upload because my PC might not have a slot for an SD card. Oh, don't worry, Alex. I hope it's going well. That's really cool to get a new PC up for Christmas. Historic Ship says not much. Caught COVID the day before. No, you got COVID on Christmas. Oh, that sucks. And I was stuck in bed. However, I'm recovering from that. Oh, good. I'm so pleased. Storage ships. Been sucks having COVID at Christmas. It really does suck. Hi, Shane. How are you? Did you have a good celebration? Yes, I did have a good Christmas. Thank you very much. But I've seen your messages have been deleted. But apart from that, before the delete, I hope you have a good Christmas. But yeah. So even though it's going to be a little bit of a quiet one today, everyone comment down in the chat what you got for Christmas. And for anyone who's watching after the live stream, let me know in the comment section down below what was your favorite Christmas present that you've got this year. I cannot wait to read your comments about them. And if you want to show pictures of what you've got for Christmas, then you can send them in the Discord server, which I will include in the chat and then in the description box down below as well. So there we go. That's my Discord link. So if everyone wants to head on over to Discord after the live stream, or if they just want to join general, their Discord will be there. And if you want to, please send pictures of your favorite Christmas presents. I would love to see them. DK, well, I got various racing stuff, but the best one I got is a puzzle and a book on a chapter. Ah, I know, because DK actually mentioned the best presents he's got were from yours truly. But yeah, I definitely got DK a book on the endurance, and there was a really interesting find because I bought it at a local bookshop in the UK, and I need to go visit back that bookshop again. It's an independent business, but that bookshop was really decent, so I have to come back to it again. But they had the only maritime book in there, and that was the Endurance. So I thought, okay, let's pick it up because I know that might be DK's thing, but turns out it was. So I'm really glad it's all got there, DK. I hope you're enjoying the book so far. You have to tell me all about it, and you definitely have to tell. Oh, why is my hair being weird? You have to tell me all about each chapter. I definitely cannot wait to hear it. Alex says chocolates and a Gundam model? What's a Gundam model? I'm actually curious. Ocean liners and ocean cruise liners. Hello. I believe this is your first time. And Merry Christmas to you too. Jess says, I got a Britannic book, Unseen Titanic and Britannic. Oh, nice, nice. J Ships, hello. No, don't worry, you're not late. Don't worry, I've only just started. I was going to start at 1:30, but I was 10 minutes late. So don't you worry about that. It's all good. Flo says, "Hi, Flo, how are you? Somehow, my computer YouTube doesn't like your streams. Every single time your streams always stop randomly on my computer, but it still works on my phone. Ah, how very weird. Hmm. Well, it's technology, really, isn't it? Because I always say to everybody that technology is either your best friend or your worst nightmare. And I guess you could say it can be both sometimes. Jess says a Q&A tonight. No, no Q&A tonight because it was Christmas and I just thought everyone will have a day off today. And then I think we will get started with a Q&A in the new year. I mean, it'll be really quite nice to start something fresh, especially because we got some big maritime events coming up in January, I believe. And then yeah, but we'll definitely do a Q&A in the new year, absolutely. I got Star Wars Vintage Eworks movie. Oh my goodness, that's a bit of a mouthful there, Shane. Oh my goodness. Jay Ships says, "Yes, I am late. 5 minutes late is still late," says. No, of course it's not. Oh, Chase Ships. We'll see if I can make the whole live stream tonight. Oh, fingers crossed. Well, to be fair, J Ships, I probably might not stay on for the whole hour, but we will see how we go. We'll definitely see how we go. Ocean Liners and Cruise Liners says, I got 2 books about Titanic and another about shipwrecks. Oh, okay, that is interesting. What's the one in the shipwrecks called? I'm actually quite curious. Historic Ship says, I got some stuff for my touring caravan, RV. Oh, okay. And I can't wait to take it out camping in the new year. Oh, nice. Where would you like to take it to, Historic Ships? I'm definitely really want to do that. Rena, hello. How are you? I think this is your first time. Welcome if it's your first time, and happy New Year to you too. Did you have a good Christmas? I'm sorry, my mind's gone a bit mushy. I blame the Christmas dinner for it. I blame the Christmas dinner. Jess says, in my opinion, Sam doesn't know much about the Britannic. He knows I made a lot about the Titanic, but not the Britannic. Well, he's talking about Britannic a lot in his live stream, so he's getting there. Off-grid camping says Historic Ships. Oh, grid camping, that's very nice. Rena says, yes, this is my first chat with you. Oh, perfect. Welcome, Rena. To be honest, we always love new people here, and every new person is welcome. We always welcome. We do not judge. We do not be competitive. We are always welcome and inclusive on this community, and that is a guarantee. J Ship says that are the days after Christmas getting weird? Because I keep thinking it's the 30th when it's the 28th, or is it just me? Do you know what, J Ships? I felt exactly the same thing the other day, and I don't really know why, but I think it's just you're getting out of this routine, and you feel like that this routine you feel comfortable doing it, but then when you're not in a routine, it just becomes all mushed up really. So I understand that really. There we go. Um Flo says, damn, where they got that from? Oh, that's from Shane. Yeah, Shay, where did you get it from? It's Kenna. Hi, Kenna. I think this is your first time. Welcome. You're a YouTuber, I see. So what do you do, Kenna? And yes, of course, I've seen your second comment. I am British. I am definitely from the UK, but I am from London. Well, near London. But yes, I am 100% British. British by name, British by blood. I love it. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Rena. Anytime. Jess says I miss his live stream every time, which he does the live stream. Well, Sam doesn't really do live streams much at the moment, just because of his job. But now he's off for Christmas. He's going to do a bit more live streams. I'm trying to keep up with most of them. I can't really because of time zones. But I do try to keep them up as much as I can. Uh, you're British and French, Keena. Oh wow, what a nice mixture, Keena. Do you know anything in French? Do you know like one words in French? Because I know a few bits in French. I've never studied any languages at school at all, apart from English. But I know that I could count up to 10, but I know I get one number pronunciation wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And I've forgotten like one. And I always do that. I always do that. Don't worry, I've always done that before. But then I always go, Je m'appelle says bonjour, and then au revoir. But that's an easier one. There was one more I can remember. Oh yeah, oui oui, madame, monsieur. I just felt so weird when I'm actually speaking French. I don't think I could get away with being a French citizen. I think some French, they'll probably murder me if I don't speak that very well. Oh dear. J Ship says, I'm Canadian, which is the one of the most British country that isn't Britain. Yes, exactly. Because I have a few relatives who are up in Canada, but I know that Canada has got different territories because different territories, especially in the north of Canada, they either have like some parts of it belong to the British, other parts belong to the French, and everything else is just independent in between, which is still crazy, and I still don't get that at all. Oh my goodness. There we go. So Blanc says Je blague un peu pour un peu nous français. Oh, does that mean do you speak French? I think that might be, but I don't know. Rena says, I met someone at work who turns out to be distant relative to Jack. No way! Rena, do you know what? Do you know what? I had the most strangest coincidence because before I did Jack Thayer's video, I came off a distant cousin 7 times removed. Oh, that's so funny though, how Jack Thayer is like related to so many people. Speaking of which, DK, are you still? Oh yeah, DK, you're still on. Do you know which two celebrities are related to Jack Thayer as well? Because you said to me there were about two or three that were distant related to him. And also, DK says, I'm loving the new faces already. Exactly. We love new people, DK. We definitely love new people. Kina says, it's okay. You did very well. Oh, thank you. A Canadian's origin is French and, oh, its origin's French. Oh, really? I did not know that. Well, I might have to have a look at that at some point. Alex says, fantastic news for my channel. I have 256 subscribers. Woo! Congratulations! Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Not far to go now for 260. Blimey. And speaking of, we're nearly at 780, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I have a feeling we might get to 100. Not 100, excuse me. We're going down a little bit. We'll get to 800 in the new year, but I think for the next target, we might try and see if we can get to 1,000. Well, 1K by Easter, because if we can do that, then that will be really, really amazing. But I never knew how quickly this channel will grow, but I think I cannot do it without the support of you guys. So thank you so much. Your support means everything to me. So thank you very, very much. Did I just hear rain outside? Oh my god, it's raining. It is raining. Hopefully, it doesn't do thunderstorms. Oh god, I don't like thunderstorms as much. Yeah, but in the UK, it's been really, really miserable all day. I went up to my local zoo today, and it was so windy. I felt like really cold. I had to have like lots of layers on. But then by the time went home, it started bucketing down just like now. So oh, it's so crazy. It's really, really crazy. Oh, I mean, it's just when it's raining, you just don't know what's gonna happen, do you? Jess says, "I have a great video idea. What if Carpathia sank when she was trying to save the Titanic survivors?" That's a really good idea, Jess. I'll definitely write that down. Thank you so much. And hang on, let me just write this down. At the moment, I've got some plastic notes that I kept because I used to be a Girl Guide leader, and they gave me this little pad as a passing gift. So I've been using that now to write down some video ideas. So I've got some for January, and I've done one already, which is coming up first thing. And now I've got to do ones for February, but I'll put that down for the month of February, Jess. Thank you so much. So let me just put this down. What if the sank after tea? Well, CNT will probably mean to me Carpathia and Titanic. So I'll probably know what that means, really, if everyone's doesn't know, but it's okay. Ocean liners and ocean cruise liners. I have a question. Do you have a Titanic sinking theory? I have a theory about Titanic's breakup on my channel. You know what? I do not have a full theory yet. But I am going to be thinking about it because there are a lot of people I know, especially animators, who have done a lot on the series recently. So I'm going to be probably having chats to see what everyone's opinions are, and then what I decide what the breakup theory is best, because the breakup theory at the moment, the most popular one today, is by a animator called Danny Draws, and his theory's been going around a lot recently. So I'm gonna probably have a chat with him about that, and then just see. But then I might get in touch because I have a few friends who are historians as well, so I will get in touch with them, so we can figure out what's agreeable, what's not, and then we'll just do one as it comes. But definitely, I'll put that down for February. Thank you. I think who suggested that? I think it was Ocean Liners and Cruise Liners. Thank you. Titanic theory. I'll definitely put that there. But I'll just put Titanic theory because everyone will probably know about that. But I know I'm doing like a another theory called "What if the Titanic hit the iceberg head on?" Now that's in one of the animators who I'm with partnerships called T and Me, and his first name is Tony. And Tony did some animation earlier this year on what if the Titanic hit the iceberg head on. And that was based on the opinion and research by one of my history friends who got in contact with Tony, and that was based on his research as well. So I'm diving down to explain, oh, what's the points about this, what's the case. And it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. It was really hard, but mostly the things that I'm basing it on is based on two testimonies by Edward Wilding, who I've mentioned on the channel before. And I think these theories are really interesting, though I won't give the game away just because it might be out of speculation, but I won't give the game away, so you guys gonna have to find out. But yeah, I definitely think it's just one of those things that I'm gonna try and see how I go. It's not that easy doing the research sometimes, really, but you just do your best, you see how you go, and then just go from there. Anyway, oh, so hello from the grave. I didn't see you come in. I think you are new, so welcome to the channel. He also says Tommy Thayer is the guitarist of Kiss. Yes, Tommy is a descendant of Jack Thayer as well. Now you have to remind me from the grave which nickname was Tommy, because you know you have the oh god, I know that you have the demon, the star child, you have the Catman and the Spaceman. Hopefully that those were all right, but I keep thinking that Tommy's the cat man, but I really don't know yet. But Veronica, if you could tell me, that would be great. Yeah, and Jack says also to send to one or more celebrity, but I can't really remember what it is really, or he is really. I believe it would have sunk it head on. Oh, that's for the Titanic iceberg theory. Ocean liners and cruise liner says, I believe it would have probably sunk if it had it head on. I think the shockwave would have damaged the bulkheads, but it wouldn't have sunk very fast. Do you know what, ocean liners and cruise liners? I definitely agree because a lot of people think, oh no, you just stay afloat. No, I disagree with that because I always think it's based on I think I've estimated the theories that through Edward Wilding, especially there's two of them, because he does repeat at two separate trials, because we got his 1912 um testimony from the British inquiry and the 1915 account from the liability of hearings. And interestingly, that took place a week after the Lusitania disaster. So that was quite something. And when I had a look at that, I just thought compared the two, I'm just like, okay, that's interesting. But yeah, I definitely think that there was something that's there really, because even though Edward Wilding was one of the three designers that built the Olympic class liners, he wasn't really the main person to oversee the Titanic, and Thomas Andrews was. And Thomas Andrews was the one who would usually go on maiden voyages a lot, not Edward Wilding. So and I think both of them are a bit mumbly jumbly. I know I wouldn't give the game away, but I'll just probably dive in just a little bit. I think both of them are mumbly jumbly, and probably one is based out of speculation. So I'm definitely going into. I've got the 1912 one sorted, but I'm still struggling with the 1915 one because it's all over the place, and he doesn't know what he's talking about with it. I think. But and he was questioned with that, really put on the spot with questions, because that's an easy thing to say. But I definitely think that, yeah, I definitely agree. Titanic wouldn't survive at all. Oh, Kenna. Kenna says you live in London, correct? I believe I've seen you in person. We've talked before, I believe. Oh, okay. I'm not really like too sure. I do live near London, but yeah. Oh, great. It's down in there. Oh, down in Berries. Hello. Oh, I didn't realize it was you. Yeah, you did say you were under a different name. I can't believe that was you. Oh, down in Berries. You had me fool me then for a second for another person. J Ship says there is a rule in Canada. You have to speak English unless you're in Quebec, in which case you have to pass to speak French. Oh, it's a joke. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right. So, Shay says, "How are you doing today?" I am very, very good, thank you. How are you? Yes, I am very, very good. Jess says, "What I hate the most of the Olympic class bits are three things. One, the Olympic and Titanic switch theory. Of course, what we touched a video on that. Yeah, but we believe it's an awful theory. Two, the gigantic story. Again, we touched on that already. And three, people keep saying the Britannic, the forgotten sister, when she's not forgotten. Of course. I mean that's really annoying though, how people say Britannic is Titanic's forgotten sister. That's wrong. Oh. Oh, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. DK says narrated by yours truly for Switch Fairy. Ah, yes, it was narrated by DK. So if you want to have a listen to that, go watch it. Okay, J Ship says, "Well, I'm going to start work on another script for a video. I'll still be on the stream, but I might not seem to like it." Oh, okay, okay. So it's yeah, but well, how comes you won't seem to like it though, J Chips? Blue says, "I can't." Hi, Blue. I didn't really see you pop in there. Hello. I can't believe someone would come up with the Olympic Titanic switch theory. Do you know what? I don't know who started that theory actually, because some people believe it was from later, but no, it was just roundabout after Titanic because it was like that, or is it something different? I really don't know, but it's technically yellow journalism is to blame. But yeah, I definitely think yellow journalism is to blame for this. Jeff says, also, have you ever been to the Netherlands? No, I haven't yet. I know that my mum and dad have been to Holland twice, but I've never been to the Netherlands before. But that's on the list. That's on the list for places to go. I said it might not seem like I'm on the stream, not like the script. Oh, that's fair enough, J Ships. That's fair enough. Ocean Liners and Cruise Liners says, question. Which Titanic sinking theory is your least favorite? Mine is the underwater break. Do you know what? That's a really good question, actually. My least favorite breakup theory. Oh, that is really hard. That is really, really hard. Part of me wants to say Aaron 1912, but I think there might be another one that was probably that, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm sticking with Aaron 1912, but if there's another one, then anything can change, really. But interestingly, though, the underwater break, do you know what? It was something that was really interesting because I did an interview many, many years ago. Well, not many years ago, about 2, 3 years ago now, with the descendant of Edith Brown Hazeman. That was her youngest son, David. I did an interview with him a few years ago, and he said that both he and Edith, mainly Edith, believe that the Titanic split underwater. And to be honest, I even though I thought it was interesting, I didn't believe it, not one bit. But I think it's only because they think about that really, just because based on David's like career, because David was a seaman later in his life, and he said that most ships when they break up, they tend to be like that. Not always, but not always. But I think it's just like one of those things really. But yeah, a V break by miles. Is that another one? Is that another theory? Oh, that's okay. Jess says many people know about the Britannic in the Netherlands. Seriously? How do people in the Netherlands know about the Britannic? Oh, that's really interesting. Um, Jonathan Jonathan Shepherd, well, that's from Dead and Buried. Jonathan Shepherd, I think you made a comment before. Let me just scroll back up the chat because I've been far behind. What's going on? If if my Mac will let me. Thank you, Mac, very most kindly. I think Jonathan Shepherd. I don't really know because. Oh yeah, I think you just said Jonathan Shepherd. Jonathan Shepherd, I have done a video about him as well. Very interesting man with an interesting life, but it was very, very. His story is really sad, but I definitely think because Jonathan Shepherd was one of the first to lose his life on the ship. But okay, J Ship says a V break by miles is not a theory. I'm saying by miles is by least favorite. Oh, sorry, J Ships. I'm not really with it today. I'm definitely really not with it today. It was on TV once. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, I was answering J Ships. Oh, okay. There we go. No, wait, it was Joseph Bell. Joseph Bell. Good old Joseph Bell. I definitely need to research on him because I think someone recommended I do a story about him, well, a video about him. But yeah, I'll definitely have to do that. Ocean Liners and Cruise Liners says, question. When do you believe the fourth funnel fell? I believe it was ripped from its space underwater during the implosion. Really? That's a really interesting theory. Do you know what? I never thought about something like this because it's really interesting because a lot of past theories actually say no, the funnel could completely stayed on after the breakup, but most people have said recently that the full funnel stayed on but it actually came off underwater as well. Now, I don't know which testimony it came from, but some people believe that it came from Jack Thayer, but I could be wrong. But this is just me. I'm trying not to speculate of things because it's a very bad habit. But from what I heard, that it's based on John Thayer, or Jack Thayer, not John Thayer, Jack Thayer, because John Thayer died in the sinking. Excuse me. But yeah, I think Jack Thayer was what was the person who witnessed it, I think, and he mentioned it, but I don't know about, like, the others, but I know he did witness the breakup right in front of his eyes because Collapsible Lifeboat B was the closest to the Titanic. So, I definitely think that it could be possible that the 4 funnel, got off. It could be possible, I don't know, but I will have to work on that at some point. Um 'Cause I'm gonna have to try and see if there's any other theories that that's based on really, but yeah. Yeah. J Ship says, I'm going ahead, with, Titanic Honor and Glory and said it fell when it underwater." Is that the new one with Jack Gibson's animation, J Ships? Jess says they changed the Britannic expansion joints, but course of Titanic breaking. Yes, they did, didn't they? I don't know when they did that, but I think it's during the Titanic inquiry they did that. Captain Alex says, "I should hunt down Aaron 1912 if that's his real name, and well ignorant his mind, if you know what I mean." Craft Circles. Oh, Alex, you're so funny. Oh my god. Blue says, "Count me in." Oh my god, you guys are creating an army. Oh my goodness, you guys are creating an army. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's a really interesting theory because I know you guys love theories, but I haven't really touched on the Titanic theory for quite a while, like a breakup theory, because I know I did one last year on the earlier ones from 2012 to 2022. Not to comment on my own theories, but just like just the theories in general. But now since we've got a lot more, I might do that actually, and then I might include some of your suggestions as well. That will be really really good. So that will be really good. I did put it down really, but yeah, I'll definitely have to see if I could do something like that. Really, I mean, last time's one wasn't an easy one. It was really tough to research, I'm not going to lie, but I will do my best to struggle through research for you guys. But then I'll just have to take it easy. But then, yeah, I will do my best to research that. But when I have time, I still need to finish the restaurant Titanic. I'm nowhere near the Cafe Parisian at the minute, and it is going to be delayed because I promised it next month, but it's going to be very, very delayed because I'm not getting anywhere in it, and I've been feeling a bit burnt out with video animating with that recently. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes. I might upload it for Titanic month. I might uploaded for March, February. I don't really know yet for sure, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we will find a way to get this series completed. I definitely think, well, I know we will. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so Jess says, yes, if I can remember right, Titanic had two and Britannic had four. Oh, expansion joints. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. I didn't know Britannic had four, but yeah, I definitely think it will be really, really good. Actually, we're about 33 minutes in. Before I go, would anyone like to see the books that I got for Christmas? The Titanic books that I got for Christmas. DK has already seen them, and he was quite surprised with some of them. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to say. Berry said, "I thought Titanic had three." Oh, that could be interesting. Okay, everyone says yes. Okay, I'll finish eyeliners and cruise liners question, and I'll do that. A question: how many sections do you think Titanic broke into? I think three sections, but the middle came off in descent. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Yes, I definitely think it's three sections. I think most people will agree with that because that was usually how it worked, and I think it's just like thing. I don't know who mentioned it first, but I think it was Park Stevenson, and I have interviewed Parks before. So I definitely think it was him or someone else, but I can't really remember. I'll have to look back at the interview. Anyway, let's go get his book, shall we? Right. Let's have a look at them. I think we got one here. That's one. And then we've got a few more, which I put down below. I'm so bad at getting like some of my Christmas presents sorted because I leave everything in the mess and I don't tidy them up until the new year, which is a bit naughty of me. But okay, so are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Oh, so right. First of all, I wanted this book for quite a while, and this is the first book that I got, and it's a very rare find. Ta-da! I got Archibald Gracie's novel. And this is the original novel that was published in 1913, but has been remastered since then. I've read a little bit of it, but not in full detail. But it looks very fascinating because originally it's all of his notes that was his original draft because he died in December 1912, and sadly it was the only copies that he did because he only did a draft and he was going to re-edit it, but sadly he never did. But I'm glad this got published really because apparently a lot of people said it's a very good book, it's well detailed, but the only inaccuracy that's in the book is the Titanic sinking in one piece. But that was during a time really where everyone agreed that Titanic sank in one piece really. So I definitely think that's the only inaccuracy, but apart from that, everyone says it's good. So I'm definitely going to read that first, but I only get a chance. And then second of all, I got Violet Jessup and her memoir. I haven't really looked at it yet, but I'm trying to go onto the Britannic section. But I don't know if I should read the whole story because I know her story so well. If I should skip to the Britannic because I'm doing a project that's relating to Britannic, and then a little bit of Titanic, but I do not know yet for sure. But I still might need to think about it and see how we go. Ah, Jess, I knew you would approve. I knew you would approve of that. Oh, J Ships got to go. Bye. Okay, J Ships, you take care. Bye. Dan, hello. Did you have a good Christmas? I had a very good Christmas, thank you, Dan. How was yours? There we go. Got to go get that Violet Jessup book. Yes, you should. It's really good. Though it's a very rare find. Because I don't think you can get it anywhere else, but this is the one that I wanted usually, but it's really in good condition. And then another thing that I wanted, but I'm so gutted Jake's not here because he would love to see this. Oh, Rena says, I found it on Amazon if it helps anyone. Yes, Amazon's really good. But then another website I would recommend is called World of Books. And they're a great website because you can get some of the books that have been recycled. So some of them that have been donated from library or other people, and then they get shared around, really. It's like Amazon, but just for books. And it's brilliant. I would highly recommend it 100%. But yeah. So thanks for the recommendation. Oh, you're welcome, Rena. To be honest, I would recommend World of Books any single day. Plus, they're cheaper. It's cheaper. Kelly says, I have not yet read Mr. Gracie's book, but I know of one inaccuracy. Okay, there's another one. Okay. Mr. Robert Daniels, the owner of the French Bulldog, Gracie stated that Daniel went into the first lifeboat as he heard so from the others. Really? Oh, okay. Robert Williams Daniel. That's really interesting because we don't really know what happened with Robert Williams Daniel because he never said anything on how he survived the disaster. So it's just really a mystery. Jess says, did they recover the Titanic radio? They were, but because it was delayed a few times because of COVID was one, and then the other two was the Titan submersible. They haven't yet, though. I heard there might be plans to recover Britannic's radio instead, but I'm not really too sure. But this is just what I heard. But if they were going to recover the Marconi wireless, they're taking a very big risk, the divers, because you have to go under three considerations. One, because it is a grave, and by law, if you want to recover an artifact, just like from any other shipwreck, you need to get permission from the council. But mainly, you need to get court permission from both the British and the American governments. But mainly British, because Titanic was built in Britain. In Northern Ireland, so mainly UK, you really have to get through that. Second of all, you have to really consider how much you will leave behind when the Titanic's there, because you could destroy every single thing that's part of the ship, really, and you could put your life in danger. Hence, with the Titan submersible, that is another big thing. And third of all, you've got to think about cost, because cost never comes cheap, really, because it's always expensive to fund every expedition. So it just it's just something to really consider about, really. So I whether it's going to happen or not, I really don't know. But I think when you're a diver, especially if you have experience with diving, and it's always really, really good just to actually keep an eye on things. But yeah, but just have to take these things into consideration. The Britannic is the Greece government and British. Exactly, Jess. Yes, definitely. But yeah. Oh, Poe actually says is interesting. Said he wanted to go and ask. Oh, Gracie wanted to go ask Mr. Daniels, but Archibald died before he could go do so. Oh, was that while he was writing the book? Interesting. That's really interesting. I did not know that. But I know that by that time he got acquainted with Eloise Mary Hugh Smith, whose husband died on Titanic, but she went on to remarry him. But that's and I've done the interview with that before. That's a really fascinating story. And then, Stoker Patrick Dillon, I think, saw him there. Really? And it seems that Daniels probably jumped from the stern. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, okay, that might be something good to look into. Anyway, keep distracting myself. We got two more books ahead, so I'm so gutted Jake's not here because he would love to have seen this, what I got. But this is the next book to read in the new year. Dead Wake, and a lot of people as well as Jake have been recommending me to read this, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. This is the story of the Lusitania, but it goes into really great detail, and that was written on the centenary anniversary of the sinking. But Rena says, oh yes, I am trying to read that one. I heard it's a bit complicated, but it goes into great detail with that, especially with U20. And Denneberry says it's the Lusitania Bible. Okay, I will have to hold on to that and then just hopefully get like future information from the Lusitania. That would be brilliant. That would be brilliant. And then the last book, last but not least, is The Secrets of the Great Ocean Liners. And can anyone guess which ship this is? Because DK know the answers to already. DK, do not tell them. We're gonna have to leave everyone for guessing. But yeah, so Poe says, you have less than 10 pages of Dead Wake right now. Finish it tomorrow. Indeed, it is Queen Mary. Thomas! Hello, Thomas. How are you? Well, don't worry, DK. That everyone's got the answer now. But yeah, Thomas, I was just talking about some because you should have been on earlier, Thomas, because everyone was talking about Titanic breakup theories again. So, and everyone's been recommending me to do another video on that. So I will definitely have to get do it on that. Normandy, no, sorry. Though, to be fair, Normandy was just it did look like the Normandy, to be fair. Oh, Thomas actually says something. Supply. Hey, now let's read that to answer. Robert Williams Daniel wasn't on board lifeboat 7 or number 3. Based on the evidence there is, he was still on board the ship shortly before 2 o'clock, as seen by Jack Sayer. Yeah, that's probably that was most believable. So it's the believable thing that he jumped off the stern and into the water, I guess. But I definitely think that there is a story of him being pulled up in the water but naked. I do not think that is accurate, really. It's just a image of yellow journalism, just wanting to make a light-hearted story, really. Thomas says, "Hey, says I'm doing well. I'm working on a profile assignment on the Titanic." Ooh, that's exciting. You're gonna have to keep me updated on everything. I will love to hear about how you're doing with that. Blue says the Queen Elizabeth had two funnels. Is that the first Queen Elizabeth or the Queen Elizabeth II? On Carpathia, Robert Williams was seen in show pajamas. There we go. There we go. That's one debunked myth sorted. So that was probably the case then. So even if Robert Williams Daniel didn't really give a testimony on the sinking, that would be a great video to cover, really, on his life. But yeah, that would just be really something. I know I did one of Eloise, but I'm definitely going to go on to Robert Williams Daniel at some point because apparently, um, he's quite an interesting character. Apparently, according to a few Titanic descendants who have contacted me. So, yeah, I think it's definitely going on the list. It's definitely going on the list now. Robert Williams Daniel. Now, I'm definitely want to do a video on a while actually because I definitely really want to invite one of the descendants to come on again because I would really love to talk about the interaction between Frederick Barrett and the Cardwell family. And from like some bit of this year, I've been trying desperately to track down any living descendants of Frederick Barrett, the fireman who saved lifeboat number 13. But because Julie wanted to thank Frederick Bartlett's descendants for saving her great uncle, Uncle Al Cardwell. So I've been trying so hard. Had no such luck. But I really want to get, and if we do find them, I really want them to get together in a video because that will be really good. I have a feeling it will be very emotional, but I really hope that the day will come. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. So definitely keep fingers crossed. Um, Thomas says the man who freed the dogs, I believe is likely Daniel. Yes, because a lot of people saying with the dogs that are freed, everyone keeps saying it's John Jacob Astor. It's Robert Williams Daniel. Everyone likes to think it's John Jacob Astor because he's just like he's well known and he's famous and big names just like overshadow people really, which is again yellow journalism. Ugh. But it's just like one of those things, really. One of those. Very nice. I have read one once a very good article on Encyclopedia Titanica. It was really brought me to a story. Oh, okay, okay. That's really cool. I was quite near it last week since I was in Cambridge. Oh, nice. Oh, it's the a cemetery. Is there anyone in the cemetery that was related to Titanic or Britannic? That would be really cool if that was. I mean, oh my goodness, I definitely have to see. I might try and do lots more Titanic hunting next year, especially for my birthday. So, it will definitely be there. Oh, Violet Jessup's buried there. Oh, okay, okay. So I definitely haven't like focused on that yet, but yeah, I'll definitely need to read more about it in her memoir because Thomas, you missed it. But I recently got Violet Jessup's autobiography. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to start reading it at some point. Yes, and Flo said, "Oh yeah, Asta's a terrier dog, a kitty. I sent you the article on Robert Wood. Thank you, Thomas. That is great. Thank you so much. Hey, I got the same version too. No way! Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, book besties." The one thing sad about the memoir, however, oh, are you gonna tell me spoilers or are you gonna let me decide for myself? Oh my goodness. I want to go to her grave and do a photo of Titanic and Britannic next to her stone. Oh, that's so lovely with the models. Violet used a lot of fake names for real life figures with a few expectations. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Fake names for real life figures. That's really interesting. Hmm. I'll have to look more into that when I read that in. Okay, so we're nearly an hour into the live stream. I'll stay on for 10 more minutes, but I'm gonna have to head off. But we will stay on for another 10 minutes and then we'll just do head off. Now, next week there will be a live stream with a Q&A because everyone will be back to normal. The reason why I wanted to do it tonight was because that I didn't really upload a video, so this is just to make up for it. But next year in 2024 there will be a Q&A, but I'm going to try and see if I can fit some Q&As that are related to the Olympic class liners, because since my birthday's come well, my birthday's in May, but it's a really, really big birthday. Since no, I think I I did mention this, but I'm gonna be a lot obsessed with focusing on the Olympic class lines, mainly Titanic, because Titanic always has a special place in my heart. So the next year, 2024, there will be more videos on Titanic, which hopefully won't annoy a lot of people, but I think it's just because it's a big birthday of mine. I just thought it would just be good to celebrate stuff. But I will put Britannic and Olympic too, because they've become my fan favorites now. Hey. So I think it's definitely worth something to do. So yeah, so I'll definitely see if I can do more, especially with the launch dates as well, because I really want to do videos on the launch dates because that will be really superb if that's the case. Didaberry says, I have a question for the chat. Oh, share away, share away. We like questions. Um, you're Marble. Hello. I think this is your first time here. Welcome. And what is the general topic in here? Well, general topic is usually maritime history. So, it's anything to do with maritime history, like Titanic, her sister ships, ships that are related in the past, the present, and the future. So it's basically a maritime channel. But you are very welcome here, YouTube. So welcome to our wonderful maritime family. What is the diameter for Titanic's propellers? Ooh, Thomas, do you know that one? I think you told me one time, but I think I really can't remember. Jess says, which one is your favorite, Olympic or Britannic? Say what? Oh my god. Do you know what? It's got to be Britannic. It's got to be Britannic. Oh, someone says I've got it written down somewhere. Oh, fantabulous. General topic is the RMS Titanic and the HMHS Britannic. Yes, it is. But I definitely really want to focus more on like Britannic as well, because I think she's stolen my heart really a bit. But I'm hoping that after when Christmas gets calmed down, I really hope that I'll get Richie Cola on, because I definitely want him to talk about the recent Titanic expedition. And I think, yeah, it's definitely been highly requested because Discord, since the whole December, everyone was talking about Britannic, and it has been highly requested, which I believe it is. But correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to try and see if I can get that interview, if possible. But I can't guarantee it, but it's worth a try. Rena says, "Oh, I'm looking forward to special guest." Do you know what, Rena? There are lots of special guests that I interview on, but mostly Titanic descendants. But yeah, there are still a few you can definitely have a look back on. Mainly J. Bruce Ismay, Cliff Ismay, who is a descendant of J. Bruce Ismay. We recently, that was my last interview for a guest that I did this year, and he was talking about how the Titanic ruined his reputation. So I but it was really interesting. It was really interesting to hear things from his perspective, and also because it's featured in the book as well, "Becoming J. Bruce Ismay," which I would highly recommend reading. But I definitely think it's a really good book just to have a little read at. But yeah, I definitely think it's really good. But then before I started History Inside a Nutshell, I did loads more interviews, but I'm thinking about uploading some old interviews onto here as well, because I definitely really want to share them. And because everyone didn't really get a chance to see them because it's on my other main channel, but which is Underneath Says Francis. But I just think it would be fair to share the old ones, the old interviews here too. So I'm planning to do that in the main feature, mainly just probably one a month. actually, because I've only done like a few of them, but I'll probably do like one a month. We'll just see how we go from there. But definitely worth. Interview with Simon Mills. Oh yes, it's definitely on the list there, Jess. Though Jake said to me, he Simon's not really keen on interviews, only because he just thinks I'm not the most interesting person. I just own the Britannic, and I'm not a very interesting person. Come on, really? Because you own one of the Titanic shipwrecks. You can't imagine how not. Why are you not interesting? You are interesting. So I'm gonna probably poke. No, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But it will be nice to get Simon on. But we'll definitely see. We can't guarantee it, but we will try and see how we go. And if it's possible, we will definitely upload it as soon as we can. And Mills was a cameraman on the many famous movies too. Really? Was one of them Titanic, the 97 one? Justin DK says, I posted more progress on the Titanic model. Oh, excellent. I'll check Discord in a minute. Definitely. Yeah. Sorry, and accidentally sent that. I wanted a few minutes on before sending. Oh, no worries. It's all right. Yes, Richie Kohler and Simon Mills. Yeah, Richie is always happy for interviews, so definitely that. Simon's not going to be easy to find, but definitely Richie will definitely do that. And yeah, he definitely is that. But I don't know what's happening on the Britannic because he's owned the wreck since 1996, I believe. So he's owned the Britannic model for nearly 30 years, which is amazing. I can't imagine anyone owning a shipwreck for that long, really. That definitely that case. Right. Anyway, so we are going to be wrapping up in 5 minutes. So before we do, we'll probably have to say that this will be the very last video and live stream for 2023. I cannot believe how far we've come this year. So once again, I just want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone who's been here this year. Your support always means the world, and we're going to kick off 2024 with a good start for nearly 800 subs. But hopefully we'll get to 800 there, fingers crossed. And then we've got more exciting content coming your way, like I mentioned before. And then we are going to be doing lots of more amazing live streams and lots of Q&A. So if you want to join, get your quiz brains ready because we are going to dive into more knowledge and big years for the ships this year. So yeah, so it's always really good fun. So until then, I will wish you all a very happy new year, and may 2024 bring you joy, happiness, fulfillment, and good luck as well. So I definitely think this year is going to be the year. Well, not this year. 2024 is going to be the year for History Inside a Nutshell. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be the case. So yeah, I definitely think we'll probably leave it for that. I will have to go, but I thought I'll just leave this message on a very positive note. And yeah, thank you so much for staying on and for supporting me every step away. And for Oceanliner Designs, Rena, it was such a pleasure to have you. And welcome to the family. You are officially ours now, and you're never escaping. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a really good rest of 2023 and a happy new year. And until then, guys, have a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay well. Happy New Year and happy 2024. And until then, I'll see you in the new year. Take care. Bye. 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 Bye.